Andrew, you've been in NFL circles for a very, very long time, and I'm going to start with this. I believe you did cross with Jeff Saturday when he spent that 1 year, I believe, in Green Bay. Help me if I'm wrong, but we were just talking about Jeff Saturday, the new head coach of the Indianapolis Colts. So obviously it's a situation where some people didn't like the hire as an interim coach with a guy with no prior experience in coaching in the National Football League or even college. But yet they go out, the Indianapolis Colts win a football game, and he wins his first game as a head coach. What did you think about how that hire went down for the Indianapolis Colts, Andrew?
Yeah, good to be with you, Kirk. You know, I know Jeff well, but not from Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
The time he came to Green Bay for the 1 year, I believe, was after I had left.
Mm-hmm.
And I admired him as a player, obviously, but I got to know him at ESPN. I was there for many years. We crossed paths there. And one of the things I covered at ESPN was the collective bargaining agreement, especially way back in 2011, when we had a lockout and we had no football, no training camps. No mini camps, no training camp. As people remember, it just sort of all came together at the end. They didn't lose any games beyond the Hall of Fame game. But Jeff led the union, and that's a job. You know, that's 2,000 players trying to build consensus, trying to go into bargaining with people like Robert Kraft and Jerry Jones and trying to make gains. That's a tough job, and he was able to do that. I was not as harsh about the hiring as most people. I said, to me, head coaching is about two things, leadership and communication.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you can get people to do the X's and O's. You can get people to line up. You can get people to do the sort of grunt football terminology stuff. And, of course, he did that in managing an offensive line from the center position. But he has both. He has great leadership skills that we saw at the union, and he has great communication skills that I saw up front at ESPN. And the one thing I saw from him that I didn't necessarily see from other former players I was working with at ESPN is a real intellectual curiosity. Like, I'm doing the cap and contract and free agency and all that kind of business talk, and he would, like, pull up a chair and say, tell me about that. You know, I want to learn about that. So I thought there's a chance this guy could be pretty successful. And the one thing I can't excuse, Kirk, is the Rooney Rule stuff.
Right.
But the NFL has no Rooney Rule for interim hires. So that's really on the league more so than the Colts. And as far as passing up people that have worked, yes, I get it. But it happens in all walks of life.
Yeah.
You know, people are brought in over people that have done the grunt work for years. It's not fair, but it happens.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.